Everyone, before you move on with this vlog, I have something to tell you if you don't already know. March 22nd to the 24th, I'll be holding the largest wholesaling real estate event in Dallas, Texas. I'm bringing you the top producers and top gurus around the country. And not only that, I have a special guest speaker, somebody that I look up to. Gary Vee is going to be in the building. So make sure you take your time and purchase your tickets now to the event in the link below. And enjoy the vlog. A lot of us have a misconception of what millionaires actually look like. And I did too, right? A lot of us think millionaires only come from the basketball court, or they're in the booth, they on the BET, rapping and all that stuff like that. The reality is, there's a lot of millionaires that look just like you and I, right? And I think that's important for us to realize, that you don't have to be out there playing sports or rapping to be a millionaire.
Who are you investing your time with, your assets with, right? Is that an appreciating? In real estate, we talk about appreciating assets and depreciating. Anybody know what that means? Appreciating, depreciating assets? Here, somebody give me something. I know we got a room of smart people here.
Appreciating,
Either one.
bring up your value. Depreciating, bring it down.
Correct. You have something?
I don't think so.
Same thing? Both right on, right? So when I buy a house, right, knowing that throughout the course of time, if we look at the average, right? If we look at the average, when I buy a house, it appreciates 2.5% to 3% every single year. That's an appreciating asset, right? How many of you guys know that the house that was sold in 1915, or let's just say 1950, now is not, you can't buy it for the same price that you bought it in 1950, right? You bought it for 1950, the whole, the little house in the prairie joint with the 3 acres of land, right? You bought that for what, $15,000. Now that same house is going for what, 120, right? It's appreciated, it made money. We're spending time with people who we're investing time with that are depreciating. Like the value of that conversation that we're having, the value of the conversation that we're having on the phone with our girl, with our boy, what is it really bringing to us? Is it bringing you anything? Listen, when I started to create a circle around me, when I started doing this real estate thing, right? And I brought people and attracted people into my life, when I started doing that, that's when my mindset started to open up. This man right here told me, he said he became a pilot, not just because he wanted to become a pilot and fly around, because guess what? When you park that plane and you walk into the little private pilot box, do you think you gotta have a little bit of money to fly a plane? Right? What do you think the lessons, what do you think they're talking about in that circle? Right? What do you think the conversations they're having? Right? They're having millionaire conversations. You don't have to be a millionaire to have a millionaire conversation. You know that, right? Right? That hoodie right there, your Puma joint. How much that cost, the hoodie? Around about. What's up there?
55.
About 55?
Yeah.
Not true. That hoodie costs probably $6. Think you got it for $6? Why not? Okay, how much do you think we can get a blank hoodie for? $5, $6, $10? So between a blank hoodie and the hoodie he's wearing right now, what's the difference?
The logo.
So you mean to tell me, just by putting that logo on a blank hoodie, it added appreciation of $40 onto that hoodie?
Probably 50.
Unbelievable. So how much do you think this costs? This hoodie, this sweatshirt. And this joint is dope too. It's a sweatshirt, but y'all ain't seen that. The sweatshirt actually cost me $6. But what made it, what allowed me to sell it for $45 is not the ink on the shirt. What added $40 more to the sweatshirt?
Blue ring. The thing behind. Oh, the fine. Oh, you.
My idea. The ink cost $4. So the sweatshirt $6. It cost me about $3-4 to put this design on there, which cost me about how much to make the sweatshirt? About 10. And I sell it for $45. My idea turned this $6 sweatshirt, the idea added $40. The idea. How many of you think they can do that? A t-shirt cost me about $3. $2 to print, that's $5. But what gives it another 20, I can sell it for 25, is what? What I saw in my head. How many people could come up with a dope idea and put it on a shirt? You can appreciate the asset. I'm gonna tell you, it's better than dope. I sold weed, I wasn't that good at it. But the profit margin was just, it was a lot better and safer. That I could think of something, put it on there, and my idea automatically adds another $20 to a t-shirt. Ain't that crazy? Why don't we do that? You know why I can't work a job? Because I remember working at KFC, and I made $7 an hour. So over an 8-hour shift, how much did I make? 40 something. I made $7 an hour. 56. Here's why I can't work a job. Here's why. Because I will make $56 after taxes is like 40. But I realized that I can come up with an idea and sell 2 t-shirts and make $50. Or I could work at KFC for 8 hours and make $50. Same money, 2 different times. If you had a t-shirt and you was going out in the streets for 8 hours, how many could you sell? If you had a dope idea, something in your brain that just adds so much value, how many shirts could you sell? You see why I can't work a job? You see why I can't have somebody pay me $7 an hour? Because I can pay myself that. Why wouldn't I pay myself that? Why don't people do that? Why would someone rather work at McDonald's?
Because they ain't got they don't take a lot. They don't got
the ideas. They don't have what?
They don't got the time.
They don't got the time.
They don't feel like they got time.
They got time.
They got time.
They got at least 8 hours a day if they're gonna go to the job. They got time.
They just don't want to.
Why don't they though? Why? Like,
I feel like most people just not open-minded and stuff like that. They programmed to work for someone.
It's just like it's normal. People feel like you gotta be like a certain somebody to make money off of doing stuff like that.
so people in this room, which type of person are we? Do we have the ideas?
Oh yeah.
Do we have the concept?
Definitely.
Why don't we do it though?
What's the value? So if you make that proposition.
I'm just playing on part of myself.
Oh, guys, listen up. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take.
No, go ahead.
Listen up. So he just made a proposition to him, right? He said, give him the chain. He's gonna wear it, right? What does he get? So in business, right? In business, we have to. It's an exchange of value, right? So if you make that exchange, because he's a businessman, I'm quite sure if it's the right business deal, you do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
I got these in Dubai.
If that's the case, what do you give him? What's the value exchange? Or are you just looking for a handout?
No, I want a handout.
Okay, so then what's the value exchange?
I was just playing about the chain.
Oh, okay, all right. But you gotta see how.
But you gotta ask though, because he might have gave it up. You never know.
You gotta ask, right? But that's a lot of times what we do. Yo, I just need to hook up. Okay, but what are you doing? Like maybe it's not money, right?
It's an investment.
But it's an investment. But what's the exchange? Even in an investment, there has to be an exchange there. You see what I'm saying, Van? Like so, if I'm gonna do that, like, hey, can I get that chain? But this is what I'm gonna do for you. I can come to your. I know you got a couple businesses. I can come to your business, and for the next X amount of weeks, I can clean up. So you don't have to pay that to someone else. I can also give him value, right? If that's all I can do, that's all I can do, and it's up to him to say yes or no and evaluate that exchange. But we have to go ahead and we have to put a value on what we're asking, because even this interaction right now is a value to it, right? There's time commitments that are going on right here, right? So what's the exchange? So I'm sorry, man. I just want to step in and I didn't want to take.
No, that's perfect sense. You know, one thing that I hang around, because my circle has changed, one thing that I hang around is I hang around a lot of people that are wealthier than I am, right? I hang around people that are worth 40, 50, 100, 200, $500 million, right? And these are the people that I hang out with on a daily basis when I try to better myself, right? So whenever I walk into a room, I want to be the dumbest person in the room, right? Does that make sense? So when I walk into a room, I don't want to be the one talking. I want to be the one listening. Every time. You know, there's one thing that I gathered from every single person that I hang around with. What do you think is the most valuable thing they possess? Huh? I'm talking guys that are worth $500 million. What do you think is the most valuable thing to them in their life?
Money.
Their money?
But they know. What they know about money.
You know what it is?
No. What is it?
Time. Time is the only thing that money can't buy. I can buy, what did Mr. Rockefeller had 6 heart transplants? He bought health, right? Until his time ran out. I can buy new cars, new houses, girlfriends, wives, friends, boats, islands, planets, stars, planes.
I just want to put that out there.
Right? So you can buy all those things. The only thing I can't go purchase is time. Every day I wake up, I'm thankful. You know one thing a millionaire would give you? You know a guy that's worth $100 million? You know what he would give you? He'd give you his $100 million in exchange for your youth. He'd write you a check right now. How old are you?
I'm 17.
How old are you?
18.
I know a guy right now that's worth about $80 million that will write you every penny he has for your youth. You can't give him your youth because you don't possess time. So what I'm telling you is the most valuable thing you have in your life is those 1,440 minutes every single day you wake up. Did you know that's how many minutes are a day?
I know something like that.
Right? So when I wake up and you wake up, we got the same amount of time every single day, 24 hours. What you do with your time and what I do with my time determines where I end up and where you end up. So what Tommy was talking about, who you invest, the number one thing you can invest right now at your age is your time. It don't matter what you look like. This man got tats here, he got a tat here, he could be a millionaire. You want to know why? Because those tattoos don't matter if he's not going to go play in the same system that require him not to have those tattoos. Right? I don't wear suits to work. People wear suits that work for me. You get what I'm saying? I don't own a pair of nice dress shoes. People that work for me own dress shoes. You get the difference? I hire people smarter than me to run certain aspects of my business. I never went to college. I wouldn't have got accepted. I went to the military. So all I'm telling you is there's a time thing. There's time. I want you guys, when you leave here, to invest your time. Because right now you don't have money. So invest your time as if it was money, because it is the most valuable thing you have on this earth, is time. I'm telling you, I don't care what you look like. I don't care where you come from. Listen, my parents are both Jamaican. I'm a first-generation American. We didn't grow up with nothing. I still got cousins that don't have running water in their house. So don't tell me excuse that you grew up in the hood, you ain't got no money, you wear the same shoes. I wear the same shoes all the time. I wore hand-me-downs. I got 4 brothers and sisters. Right? So there's no excuse of where you can come from and where you at now. You don't have to submit yourself to this. Great, listen, just you don't have to be great at high school. I wasn't great at high school. Get through it though. Get through it, get that diploma, and go out and do whatever it is you want to do. If you don't want to go to college, don't go to college. But don't be that guy when your friend goes to college and they come back and you still doing the same thing you was doing when they left. When your friend go to college and come back, he should see you at a whole different place to wishing he never went to college. I'm telling you, you don't have to change, rewire your mindset. How many of you guys have listened to audiobooks? Here's what I want you to do. When you get your phone service, get everybody's number, because you know the first audiobook you send them is free. Send everybody here Rich Dad Poor Dad. It costs you $0 to sign up for Audible. Listen to it. And here I'm going to give you a challenge. I'm going to keep in touch with you, right? I want you guys to read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Then I want you to write down something that you would do if I gave you $2,000. And when you're done with that, I'll come up with a deadline. The one I like the most, I will drive up here and hand you $2,000 in cash. You got my word.
Dad Poor Dad.
You have to read Rich Dad Poor Dad, so pass them that book through Audible or listen to it on YouTube. It's out there for free. Write down in detail what you would do with the $2,000 I'm gonna give you, and I'm gonna drive up here and hand somebody $2,000 cash. I'm a man of my word too. Dead serious. So your brain better start working.
All right, so real quick, how many people wrote down the name of the site where you can go get it for free?
Then you tell them, get all this audible.com.
My point. He said, yo, you can go get this audio book from this website. Nobody even writes it down. The name of the book.
You can.
He said there's a place that you can go.
You can go get it for free on YouTube.
So, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you guys. But I'm just trying to prove a point. So the next time somebody, honestly, I would have had my phone out a lot earlier, taking notes on every. As soon as he said millionaire, I'm taking notes on what he has to say. Anybody make money? Anybody got a job? Anybody got a job? I can tell how you spend your time based on how you spend your money. How many people work, they make money and give it to their friends? Like you give all the money to your friends.
Nobody.
But our time is more valuable than the money, and we have all this time and we give it to our what?
Friends.
Here, you get some of my time. You get my attention. And it doesn't bring anything back. So I want you to really look, think of the time you spend with your friends. Dead space, 5, 6, 10 hours at a time. I have a best friend I do not spend much time with. He's my best friend. But I can't afford to, we were young when we did that. Spend 6 hours, go to the club. I'm talking about that's a 6, 7, 8 hour commitment. $100 at least commitment. Once I started looking at it like that, like, yo, how many shirts can I sell in 5 hours? Well, let's say I can sell 4 shirts at $25 a piece, I can make $100. I can go make this $100 or spend 4 hours with my friend.
And spend $100.
And spend $100. But we don't look at our time as money, so we'll just go spend it with our friend. But I'm asking you guys, Max is asking you to spend. You know, you heard somebody say spend money and spend time, same thing, you spend it. Who got some of your time today? Who got some of your time this weekend? Who didn't deserve it, by the way? Thinking back this weekend, raise your hand if you just spent a little bit of your time that you shouldn't have spent. And if it was money, you'd have saved it.
And that's what I want you to look at, those 1,440 minutes, as $1,440. And wherever you put that money, you better make sure you get something in return. So if you spend 2 hours, 120 minutes reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, then you better hope that it's going to bring you an investment back.
Me and Tommy jumped in the car 5 hours from Atlanta with no agenda. He opened up a space. Tommy's like, yo, you want to drive up? Let's go. 5 hours. Now, in my mind, I'm calculating. 5 hour drive there, 5 hour drive back. How many hours am I in the car? 10 hours. And we're going to spend about 12, 14 hours here. So that's 24 hours. Would you spend 24 hours of your time to hang out and talk with a multimillionaire? It's a good investment. Last night, the first 30 minutes, we were having a conversation, right, Dave? Like, first 30 minutes, I'm like, ooh, got my time's worth. Solid investment. But I look at it like that. When my friend calls, yo, you want to go out? I'm calculating. 6 hours. We gonna do absolutely nothing. Okay, how much am I gonna spend? Okay, I can't make it. I can't make it.
How many of y'all think I'm playing about the $2,000? Raise your hand if you, it's cool. Raise your hand if you think I'm joking.
They believe.
You think I'm joking? Now you've been challenging me since I got in here. I'm gonna come pick you up in a Lamborghini just so you can see what it smells like. So my point is, I really want you guys to take the time and really look at investing your time. Look at investing your time. I'm serious. Go out and read this book and just write something down on what you would do with $2 grand. I'm gonna read every single one of them, or I will have my secretary read them to me, and then I'm gonna pick the one I like the best, I'm gonna give you $2,000 to go out and do it. And you're gonna have my cell phone number, and you're gonna be able to text me updates and ask me questions of what you should do with the $2,000 and strategies and things like that. That right there is worth 100 grand.